Hey there, Rangers, and welcome to... Dang. Good always to start with a blooper. Hey there, Rangers, and welcome to... Wow. The last Power Rangers Dino Charge episode review. What an amazing 22 episodes it has been. There have been some ups and downs, but mostly ups, as the show really has recovered from the low point that was the Mega 4 seasons. Here we stand at the end of an amazing first season. But let's go ahead and make this a true Orange Ranger Videos review, and let me run a question by you guys first. I believe that I've mentioned in the past that I'm a fan of Black Nerd comedy, and sometimes I leave comments on his Ninja Turtles videos. Well, lately, doing that has gotten me some comments and messages in return asking that I review the TMNT cartoon as well as trailers for the new movie. So I'm wondering what you, my regular viewers, as well really as anybody watching this, think about that. And actually, this got me thinking about possibly doing even more than that. I've been thinking off and on for a while about making Orange Ranger Videos something of a nerd news channel, reviewing movie trailers that catch my eye, other shows that I watch, etc. Now, I haven't made any final decisions yet because that would involve investing a lot more time in the channel. And if a regular job pops up, I might have to take that time back very quickly. So just go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments below. Now note, this is not a channel shoutout question. We'll be getting to those soon. Alright, all that said, it's time to jump back in here. Now, just to make this officially clear, this episode follows on from Wishing for a Hero, not Race to Rescue Christmas. As a matter of fact, I didn't mention this last week, but you actually see the purple Energem in the Dino Lab during Race, which places that episode before Wishing for a Hero. As I said in my lovely rhyming review, forgetting Race is the best thing to do. Sorry guys, I kind of slipped back into it for a second. Alright, so get yourself strapped in and let's do this. Let's take a look at episode 20, the finale of Power Rangers Dino Charge, One More Energem. On Sledge's ship, Wrench and the Viveks are doing something dangerous. It's really not clear what they're up to. Just make a mental note that it involves very corrosive chemicals and hazmat suits. Anyway, Poisandra comes storming in with her luggage. Sorry, Sledge, she's hitting the road. It's taken him this long to find one Energem. How much longer to get 7 of them away from the Rangers, not to mention the 2 that they haven't found yet. But Sledge manages to calm her down by promising that they will get married after he finds... one more Energem. Roll credits. Meanwhile, the Rangers are testing Kendall's newest Energem finding invention. It's a bot that's made to get Energems. So of course they call it the Shiny Finder 2000. No, I'm kidding. They named it GetBot. Oh, and welcome back, Prince Philip. Looks like it's all hands on deck. The Rangers need to get this robot onto Sledge's ship, and he provides them the perfect opportunity by sending 5 transport pods to Earth. Sledge arrives with Fury, 2 spike balls, and some Viveks. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Viveks don't usually require a pod, so I'm wondering who that 5th one is for. Anyway, Kendall and Ivan sneak around to try to get the robot onto an escape pod while the Rangers face Sledge, who freezes them with the purple Energem. Ivan worries about this and leaves to go help. As Sledge starts to take the red Energem, a gold blast stops him. Nice move, Ivan. Turns out it wasn't Ivan, but instead Keeper, who steps in to defend the Rangers. Keeper and Sledge fighting? This really is a finale. Unfortunately, the fight doesn't last long because Sledge has an Energem. Keeper is blasted and taken up to the ship. With the Rangers frozen and Ivan off getting whatever help he's going to go get, Kendall realizes what she has to do. She steals herself, judo chops a Viveks, and takes its pod. Meanwhile, Sledge does take the red Energem. Tyler is demorphed, which doesn't really make any sense. The Energems are only the energy source. The Rangers morph with Dino Chargers. And considering that Tyler had only been morphed for a few minutes at most and had at least 2 more fully charged chargers, he should have been fine. Anyway, Sledge goes to take Coda's next, but then Ivan shows up in the Terrazord, blasting Sledge, and the Rangers hop in. Sledge tells Wrench to send down his biggest, baddest monster, Greenzilla. Greenzilla is indeed a powerful monster, even though it kind of looks like a roided up Vivizord. The Rangers learn that Kendall is headed to Sledge's ship, and Tyler comes up with a plan. He and Shelby will take the Plesiozord to Sledge's ship, while the other Rangers fight Greenzilla in the Dino Charge Megazord. Kendall arrives on the ship, as does the Getbot, by the by. Hey, remember those hazmat suits? Kendall hops into one to disguise herself. Wrench places the purple Energem in a box and gives it to what he thinks is a suited up Vivix to take it to the vault. I'm not really sure why, seeing as Sledge has been using that Energem to power up his weapon. Anyway, Sledge plans to use the red Energem to turn the Magna Beam into a powerful laser cannon. And now, he says, getting the other Energems will be easy. Did you forget something? Sledgems? Poisandra overhears this and she is peeved since Sledge promised her a marriage. While he sorts that out, the Rangers in the Megazord decide to try a new formation. So they go Terra formation. 1, that's not new. 2, they threw 4 chargers to activate it even though Rexy was already on the battlefield. Meanwhile, the Plesiozord arrives at Sledge's ship, with Tyler saying, unironically, I hope they don't see us. You are flying a giant purple Zord nearly as big as Sledge's ship. I'm sure they won't see a thing. Wait, they did see it? Weird, right? Kendall tries to buy them some time by destroying the monitor, but that gets her caught and discovered. As the Megazord is still getting beaten around, its finishing move not even doing anything, Kendall is taken to the trash room to be burned up with Keeper. Quick-thinking Kendall grabs that corrosive chemical and uses it to burn a hole in the floor, and they jump down. Unfortunately, they stumble on a pair of spike balls having a game of chess. Keeper is still cuffed, so Kendall grabs a tool and defends him, even though the odds are really long. Seriously, she's probably just heroically sacrificing herself. Whoa. Heroic self-sacrifice? We know who loves that, don't we? Yes, in a moment we have been waiting for since seeing Kendall's purple ring way back in Powers from the Past, the purple Energem chooses Kendall and she is instamorphed into the Purple Ranger. She fights off the spike balls as Tyler and Shelby arrive to save them. The Megazord switches to Ankylopaki formation as the Rangers are finally able to touch base with each other, everyone learning about the surprising new Purple Ranger. As the team on Sledge's ship is escaping, Tyler hears Sledge and stops to hide, overhearing his plan to destroy the Megazord with the red Energem-powered laser cannon. Thinking about this, he realizes what needs to be done. Everyone who can morph needs to be fighting Greenzilla. Since he can't morph, he can search for his Energem alone. Greenzilla is not a Miley Cyrus fan, as the Wrecking Ball finisher is thrown right back at the Megazord. Kendall forms the Plesiocharge Megazord while the Ankylozord falls off, for reasons that will forever be lost to recorded history. Keeper transports down and tells the other Rangers to rescue Tyler, while Kendall handles Greenzilla. Tyler manages to get to the bridge of the ship, as does Getbot, just saying. But just as he finds his Energem, Sledge arrives and blasts him. He's now powerless to stop Sledge from activating the cannon. Funny enough, the cannon is also powerless. What happened? Our little friend Getbot snagged the Energem and returned it to Tyler, who morphs. The two of them have a disappointingly short fight, and a double punch from Tyler sends Sledge flying into the navigation control, destroying it and sending the ship crashing towards Earth. Tyler heads for the escape pods, but a Vivix grabs the last one, so Tyler does the only thing he really can do and jumps out of the open hatch. As Poisandra and Sledge bicker at each other, their ship crashes into Earth. Tyler resolves himself to a similar fate, but at the last second, he's chomped by the Pterosaur. As Rexy expresses its joy that Tyler is alright, we get 8 Rangers in a single cockpit, as the Rangers do form a new formation, Dino Charge Megazord Pachyrex formation. This also doesn't last very long, as a T-Rex blast freezes Greenzilla, and the Galactic Blast destroys it. With that, things seem to be wrapping up. Sledge and his crew are presumed destroyed in the crash, and with no real danger, the Power Rangers are no longer necessary. While Keeper says the Rangers will be bonded with their Energems until they find the final 2, they can go back to their regular lives. Chase is headed back to New Zealand, Riley's going back to his farm, Philip's going back to Xandar. Coda and Ivan, the 2 men out of time, are going to stay with Kendall and Keeper until they find the other 2 Energems. But what about Tyler and Shelby? Well, Tyler's off to find his dad again, and he asks Shelby if she'd like to help. Gee, I wonder. She quickly accepts. The episode and the season actually ends somewhat symmetrically, as the 2 of them help haul Riley's scooter on the way back. Except that's not the end of the episode. Our setup for next season is simple but effective. On the wrecked ship, we see that the power to the solitary cell is failing. It opens and a voice says, "It's my turn now." However, the voice is not Heckle's, and we see a monster space peeking out. Episode 20, One More Energem. Pros, action, action, action. This episode hardly ever stops. Tyler shows real bravery and acts as a leader. Kendall is finally the Purple Ranger. Cons, a surprising number of small errors and confusing moments. A great episode, a great finale, but just a couple too many errors for me to give it top marks. One More Energem gets 4.5 fossils out of 5. I know, me and probably everyone else went into this finale episode expecting it to get a 5. Don't be mistaken, this is an amazing episode. I'd like to give some special credit to Becca Barnes, who's the co-writer of this episode along with Chip Lynn. I've commented in the past about the quality of episodes that weren't written just by Chip Lynn, but this definitely seems to be kind of the exception to the rule. So due to that, let me just go ahead and get the bad out of the way first. For a finale episode, you expect everything to be completely established and to make sense. But not everything did here. Tyler losing the red Energem should not have prevented him from morphing, at least not at first. He had 3 fully charged Dino Chargers. The Rangers called Dino Charge Megazord Terraformation new, when it wasn't. Why is the purple Energem helping Sledge? I thought they had a choice in who they provided power to. Why did the Ankylozord just fall off? There were just a few too many questions, and in the end, I just couldn't justify giving the episode a 5. It just didn't feel right. Okay, now for the good. This episode hardly stops to take a breath, and I love it for that. It was action from the word go, and that is exactly what you expect a finale to be. And Tyler was amazing in this episode, really stepping up as a leader and making smart and brave choices. And yes, hinted at by the purple ring in the first episode, and to a lesser extent by her light purple glasses, Kendall finally becomes the Purple Ranger. And it was satisfying to see her do that with skill, fighting with skill, and piloting the Plesiosaur with knowledge and talent. Overall, this episode was a great finale, and it sets us up very well for the next season. Yes, just in case there are some new viewers or some people who somehow haven't heard, this story is going to continue next season on Power Rangers. Just like Samurai, Dino Charge is getting a superfied season. However, it's not going to be Super Dino Charge. Tune in sometime early in February for the debut of Dino SuperCharge. Now, how do you take Dino Charge and turn it into Dino SuperCharge? Well, that's easy. All you do is you take Dino Charge and you SuperCharge it! Oh, but my friends, you know that we don't take the brakes off. No sir, no ma'am. Breaks in the schedule just give us an opportunity to discuss all sorts of fun Power Rangers topics. That's right, it's time once again for Power Rangers off-season videos. Here is the official announcement of the off-season schedule. Week 1 will be time to answer your questions. It's Orange Ranger Q&A. Week 2 will be a well-requested video. It's time to rank the generals, top 10 non-main villains. Week 3 will be about the future as we move into 2016. What is Power Rangers' future as TV moves more towards the internet? A discussion of Power Rangers in the age of Netflix. In Week 4, we keep moving down the villain ranks, top 10 grunts. In Week 5, we set our eyes on the big screen, discussing the Power Rangers 2017 movie. In Week 6, let's bring them together, top 10 Megazords. And in Week 7, we recap Dino Charge as we get ready to get supercharged. I'm expecting, based on when Dino Charge debuted, for Dino SuperCharge to premiere on February 6, 2016. But if it debuts a little bit later, don't worry, I've got some more topics waiting in the wings. Alright, it's time to switch into off-season mode. Next week, I'm going to be answering your questions, so I feel like I need something, but I can't quite put my finger on. Oh, right! I need your questions! In the comments below, leave me any questions that you would like me to answer. I'll be putting out the same call for questions on Facebook and Twitter, so you can leave them there as well. Well, alright, that's gonna wrap up the last Power Rangers Dino Charge episode review. As always, I really want to thank you guys so much for watching. This channel continues to grow, and from a self-confidence standpoint, I think I'm finally accepting that it's more about these reviews than my compilation videos, though I really do need to work on getting those updated. As I consider expanding the scope of this channel, again, leave your comments about that as well down in the comments below where the comments go. I just want you guys to remember that first and foremost, I am the Orange Ranger, and Power Rangers is and always will be my first love. Until next time, may the power protect you. Slinch. I almost want to include that. Slinch. Slinch tells Reg. The two of them have a disappointingly short fight, and a double punch from Tyler sends Sledge flying into the navigation console, destroying it. Yep, it's not there. Damn! However, it's not going to be Super Dino Charge. Tune in sometime in early February for the debut of Dino SuperCharge, and now I can't remember what the rest of the take said.